morning children. I am Sanamas here. We were doing our 14th chapter of biology, natural resources. We will just see the quick recap of what we studied in the last class. We studied about water cycle and nitrogen cycles. Water cycle is nothing but the lost water from the earth is returned back to the earth. How is that happening? It is nothing but when the water from the water bodies evaporates due to sun's heat, the water vapor reaches high, it condenses to form water droplets. So these water droplets, when they are together, it is called clouds. When this becomes heavy, they rain back and comes to the earth as rain. So that's what we studied about water cycle. Again, another abiotic component of the biosphere is nitrogen. We saw that 78% of nitrogen is present in our atmosphere, but it is in an unusable form. It is an elemental form which living beings cannot use. This elemental form of nitrogen is fixed using nitrogen fixing bacteria, and it is converted into nitrates and nitrites, that is the usable form where the plants are able to use them and convert them into amino acids and proteins and all those things. Next, due to lightning also the nitrogen is fixed, that is during lightning, due to the high temperature and pressure differences in the atmosphere, convert the elemental form of nitrogen to nitrites and nitrates, and it mixes with the rain and comes to the ground and mixes with the soil, and that is the usable form. So the plants along with the water, it is taking the nitrates and nitrites, it is using to make amino acids. Finally, it builds up protein. This happens in the living things, that is the plants. Then it will pass on to the animals when the animals are feeding on the plants, and that's how that reaches the animals. When these plants and animals, when they die, what happens? Another category of bacteria, they act on them, and these nitrates and nitrites are formed back to elemental nitrogen and released into the atmosphere. So that is the nitrogen cycle. So these are the abiotic factors of the biosphere interacting with the biotic factors or biotic components of the atmosphere. So we are going to see in this class the next cycle, that is carbon cycle. Okay. Next, about carbon cycle. So we will see where these carbons are present in the atmosphere. The carbon is present as elemental form, and it is found in diamonds and graphites. This is also present in the combined form with oxygen as carbon dioxide. It is present in the atmosphere. Then it is also present as carbonates and hydrogen carbon salts in various minerals. It is also present in the endoskeleton as well as in the exoskeleton of some animals. In the living things, it is present in the proteins, carbohydrates, nucleic acids, etc. It is present in all these things in the living things also. So now we will see how this carbon is incorporated into the living things. So this carbon dioxide is present in our atmosphere. How is it entering the living organisms? Now it is through a process called photosynthesis. As we all know, photosynthesis, it is the process by which the plant prepares food by using the sunlight, water from the soil and carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, the food is prepared in the plants. So this is called photosynthesis. So during photosynthesis, the carbon dioxide is used in the living organisms, and this is how it is entering the living organisms. So with all these things, the carbon dioxide entering the plant and the food is formed, that is the glucose. Okay. So during photosynthesis, the carbon dioxide gets in with the sunlight and water, it is converted into glucose. This glucose is broken down in the presence of oxygen to release energy. This is called the respiration. So during this process, again the carbon dioxide is given out. So that is how the carbon dioxide is cycled in nature. So the food glucose is present in the plants, the animals will consume there. Then with the help of oxygen, it is reduced and the energy is released. So during this process is called respiration, and during this process carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere again. Nowadays, due to our human activities, the amount or percentage of carbon dioxide is more in our atmosphere. Burning of fossil fuels, that is the coal and petroleum. We are using this coal and petroleum for running the vehicles, so many other things. So by using this fossil fuels, a lot of carbon dioxide is released to the atmosphere. Again by combustion, that is burning of wastes, all those things also we get carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Nowadays the amount is more in the atmosphere. Now we will see how this percentage of carbon dioxide is affecting the human life. Next, what we are going to see is the greenhouse effect. The greenhouse means it is a house made up of glass. The temperature inside this house is more when compared to the surroundings. That is, the temperature inside the house made up of glass is more or higher compared to the temperature outside the glass house. So why this high temperature is maintained inside the glass house? This is nothing but to grow plants which needs higher temperatures. So for example, if you want to grow plants which are common in tropical areas, the temperatures are very high. So those plants, they need always higher temperature for their growth and activities. So in winter season, it is very cold, we all know. But even in this cold climate, if you want to provide them with higher temperature, these plants has to be kept in the glass houses where there is high temperature. So for that only this type of artificial glass houses are set up. Inside this glass, I told you the temperature is high. So this is the greenhouse made. So same type of phenomenon is experienced in our atmosphere also due to the increased percentage of carbon dioxide. So as I told you, due to human activities, by combustion of fuels, by burning of this fossil fuels and so many other activities of human beings, the carbon dioxide is found in higher amounts in the atmosphere. So what happens is, this gas is more and it fills the atmosphere. The heat present in our atmosphere cannot escape because of this large amount of carbon dioxide. So this carbon dioxide will prevent the heat from escaping into the atmosphere. So this is what we call the greenhouse gas. So carbon dioxide is the greenhouse gas, and what this is doing is it will increase the temperature of the earth, plus it will lead to global warming. So that is why we call it greenhouse effect. So this we are giving an artificial temperature inside the glass house to give proper temperature for the plants, but due to human activities, the usage or the carbon dioxide, amount of carbon dioxide is more in our atmosphere. We don't have trees to fix these carbon dioxide to take for photosynthesis, because all the trees are cut. Deforestation is also taking place very frequently. So that is why this amount of carbon dioxide is more in our atmosphere. So due to this only due to this phenomenon taking place in our earth only, we call it the greenhouse effect. Next one is the oxygen cycle. So we will see how this oxygen is present in the atmosphere. About 21% of our atmosphere contains oxygen. It is found in the elemental form also. It is found in the combined form with oxygen, carbon dioxide, that is the carbon dioxide, combined form. Then it is also present in the oxide form in some metals like silica, silicon, etc. It is silicon, then carbonate, sulfate and nitrate. Oxygen is also present in the biological organisms or biomolecules like nucleic acids, carbohydrates, glucose, etc. The oxygen cycle that is operating in nature is one which maintains oxygen as well as it maintains the balance in nature. We will see now where and all oxygen is used. Okay. So we need oxygen for three things. That is, one is combustion. That is, for burning we need oxygen. Then respiration. That is, we take in oxygen. Only in the presence of oxygen the glucose will be reduced and energy is released. So we need oxygen for respiration. Then next, formation of oxides of nitrogen. So for all these things we need oxygen. Only one way the oxygen is given back to the atmosphere, that is only through photosynthesis. So we all know that the plants, with the help of sunlight, chlorophyll, water and carbon dioxide, it prepares glucose, and the gas which is given out is the oxygen. So this oxygen is given back or got back to the atmosphere only in this one way. There are some other processes where oxygen is not involved. For example, some bacteria will die, or it is poisonous to some bacteria in the elemental form of oxygen. When elemental form of oxygen is present, some bacteria will die. Next, another process of bacteria, that is nitrogen fixing bacteria, where the nitrogen fixing process is going on. In this for this process oxygen is not needed. So these two places oxygen is not involved. This is the nitrogen cycle operating in nature. I told you there is only one way the nitrogen is got back to the atmosphere, that is only through photosynthesis. Next is about the ozone layer. So what is this ozone? In the uppermost surface of the atmosphere there is a molecule made up of 3 atoms of oxygen, that is called the ozone. The formula we can write is O3, that is the ozone. where the oxygen molecule is made up of 3 atoms of oxygen. O3 is the formula of ozone. It is very poisonous if it is closer, very close to the earth. But we are very lucky because it is not stable near the earth. It is found only in the outer layer of the atmosphere near the space. So, but it is doing a very useful duty over there in its place. It will absorb all the harmful radiation of the sun. And it will not allow any harmful radiation of the sun to reach the earth. So that is one useful function done by this ozone. Now again, all these things which are present naturally are getting spoiled because of human activities. So this ozone layer is also getting depleted. Depleted means it is getting spoiled or destroyed or dissolving due to the activities of human beings. The usage of CFCs. CFC means it is chlorofluorocarbons. That is, the carbon is having fluorine and the chlorine. So with these things are used more in our earth by human beings. So we are using this in the aerosol sprays, in packing materials, and in foaming sprays, foam where you get foam, and coolants in refrigerators. So in all these places we are using this CFCs, that is chlorofluorocarbons. So we are using them in more, and it is released to the atmosphere. When this is becoming too much in our atmosphere, it is damaging the ozone layer. So they are creating holes in the ozone layer. So that is why we human beings are only spoiling the natural resources which we have. So that is about the ozone. So ozone is 3 atoms of oxygen, that is O3 it is. Then it is it prevents, that is it is preventing the harmful radiations from the sun. But nowadays, because of the human activities, by usage of CFCs, it is chlorofluorocarbons, the ozone layer is getting depleted. So that's all about this lesson, children. Hope you all understood. So in this video we studied about the carbon cycle, how this is operated between the abiotic and the biotic components of the biosphere. Then oxygen, how this is also cycled, and about the ozone layer. Hope you all understood this lesson. Please go through the text, and I will be sending you the notes. Thank you, children.